All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Houston Texans. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs.
Set, 19, 54 miles. Let's pick it up.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he's got room. And they get this well past.
I've been connected. This bitch must be broke.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is...
There you go. Hello?
Out of the gun, Watson. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Joe Schobert drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance.
Whoa.
So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt.
Partner doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on it.
Hello?
Two sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. A first carry now for Nick Chubb.
Whoa.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Check 26, check 20.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield forced out to his left. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
I'm going back to you. Hey, Alpha. Watch the blood. Watch the blood. Watch the blood. Hey, 133.
Working out of the gun. Mayfield got his man. That's Harry. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 29-yard line.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
On 1st down, Chubb able to get forward for about 4 as he's taken down. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Here's Mayfield. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Deontay Thompson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
We ain't giving up nothing. 54.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Faking the give. Now Watson. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Myles Garrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. We're scoreless after 1. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Beckham, the return. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. DJ Reader there on the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Mayfield on play action. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Jadeveon Clowney with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off.
Get that quarterback and all. Check it back, check it back.
They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he gets this one down to the 24. A big run there by Johnson. And even 50 yards on the ground. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
Now it's Lindsey. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Set. 19. 55. 54. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
Throwing on third down, Watson dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a fourth down situation. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. A 33-yarder from the left hash. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The Browns drive about to get started. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? And turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
A nice start to the drive, picking up 12 yards there and a very quick first down. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend.
Hurry!
They run. Chubb. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 39, Mayfield steps away to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Where's 52? 5. 52's the mark. Hey! 52's the mark. Mike 5-2. Mike. Hey, alert! God.
Mayfield to throw it. Out to his left. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Looking to throw on second down. Mayfield buying time to his left. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. N'Keal Harry, 48 yards. And the Browns have taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, It's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Check, check.
From the gun, here's Watson. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. 24! 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check, watch 54, watch 54.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
To throw on 3rd down. Watson. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
I got you, son. I got you, son. Mike 5. 59. Mike 5-4.
Watson just beating the play clock. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The Browns drive about to get started. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
I don't think you got it, son. 552.
Come on, man.
Hey, alert, alert, alert,
Yeah.
alert. Run. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield being chased out left. Now he's going to let it, and that's caught inside the 35.
Wow.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. Oh, it's no good. Marr pushed it right. And this score will stay right where it is. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
Now Johnson. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Here's Beckham now. It's a jet sweep. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Regular. Do. Hurry.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the Texans' 46-yard line.
King. 65. Pick and choose the light. Hey, Delta. Man, I got you. Hey, Mike. Alert. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Check safety.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Again, it's Johnson. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run here with Lindsey. And an alley to run. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain there of 21 yards. What did you see there on the defensive side? What allowed that good-sized run?
Well, they're in a cover 2 alignment, which means your 2 safeties are back away from the line of scrimmage. So if you can match up your blocking at the line, at the point of attack, there's usually some room, a big gap between that 2nd level and 3rd, and that's what they were able to exploit.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They go to Johnson again. Sharp move, but can't find much space. Dropped just inside the 20. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Come on,
third down. Here's Lindsey. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that will tie things up at 6-6. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
The Browns drive about to get started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. And we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mayfield looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
The Browns on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Throwing, Mayfield. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Jadeveon Clowney able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And taken right on the 30. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. He's got a first out and more inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 15. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 13-yard line.
You say you was gonna cook beans and what else?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Now a carry for Lindsey. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Texans on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Running from the gun, Johnson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A 3-yard touchdown run. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main guy.
Come on, man. Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Run. Shit. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Run. 58, right over there. Yeah.
Pistol. Hey, wahoo!
Jet.
Watch out!
Now Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Stop your body.
Go!
58, come on. I'm coming after you.
Mayfield down. And he completes it to Hunt. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 37-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. The 20, 10, touchdown, Houston. Kerryon Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans push further out in front.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And right now, these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to... This is quarters. Oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They run it again with Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Alert, alert! He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Showing it, showing it. Check, 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 check. What?
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Oh, Chubb fumbled it.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now a play fake here on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Defensively, there's still 3 timeouts. Do you even need to use them at this point?
I think a lot of coaches do it anyway, and it seems like cosmetics to us.
Does it just send a message you're not quitting?
Send a message that you're not quitting. Let your team know you're going to battle all the way, and you're always hoping for